I'm just so thrilled that we get a chance to chat, and I get the chance to introduce you, my dear friend, my incredible business. I call you like a business mentor because I follow your work and your trainings weekly, which are so, so valuable. And I just have been looking for the opportunity to introduce you to my community. And the timing is perfect. And I just can't wait for people to get into your world. So how are you today?
Thanks. I'm good. I'm so glad to be here. It's a little dark in my room. I was telling you that before we push the live button. So hopefully everybody can see me okay. And I love that we've connected and that we Voxer back and forth. And, anything of mine you've got that's going to help you, grab it. Because I feel the same way about you.
Well, honestly, I mean, and this is going to be like an encouragement fest. Okay. I knew it would be, but yeah. I have learned from you. And because when I tell people about you, I'm like, Tracy is the most generous leader you will ever meet. Like, there's no gatekeeping with her. There's no, like, she's like, here, if this will help you, or if this connection here, just take it, have it, do it. And I really I'm seeing the impact, having been friends with you and having been in your space now for over a year, and seeing how your business is growing and blooming as a result of, like, the generosity is coming back to you. And I think it's just beautiful to watch, and it's encouraging to me. So I just encourage anyone who is a woman in business. I say we're in business by ourselves or for ourselves, but we're not in business by ourselves. I'm like, get in Tracy's group.
Can't do it alone. And that's why I developed my group in the first place, because, and it's been, 3 years now, I think, for my group. I can't remember, but I couldn't find a group where I felt like we all had our backs. You know what I'm saying? And like, there were gatekeepers and they were keeping secrets. And it was like, I can't live that way. First of all, if you're my neighbor and you need something, I am like, what do you need? What can I give you? How can I fix this problem? And so in all aspects, and I've tried to not be that way, but I can't help it. I'm just like, I want to swoop in and help. And then in all of my years in corporate, over 20 years in marketing and sales and doing business development for companies, people would watch me and they'd be like, how are you so successful in sales? Because I am not high pressure. I am not aggressive. I am like, let's have a conversation. Let's build a relationship. And I was like, it's because I'm a human being. Hello. And it's because I want to help the other person that's in front of me before I want to try to sell them anything. And I couldn't find a group like that online. And so I thought, well, screw it. I'll just make my own.
Just create my own. Exactly. And I can, if you don't know what we're talking about, Tracy has a Facebook group called Be a Confident Entrepreneur. And then what is the rest of that tagline?
It's get visible and grow your income.
Get visible and grow your income. And it is a group of predominantly women. There are some men in the group, but I can attest firsthand what we're talking about is it's an environment of collaboration and support rather than like competition. And I mean, because a lot of us are in similar fields, there's lots of coaches, consultants, but it's a very generous space. Tracy lets us share links, and she lets us, like, you got a promotion coming up? Hey, tell us about it,
Yeah. And I, thankfully, the people that I've attracted to join this group are people that are like that. Now, I've had a couple of instances where I've had to have some conversations with people in the DMs about, okay, calm down. Don't be so aggressive with your message.
Right.
There was a couple of people I just had to say, you know what, I'm so sorry. That's not what this group is about. Bless you, have a great business, but that's not what I want the group to be about. And so I've been trying to be very careful about who's in the group, not being exclusive, but I want everybody to understand that's the heart of it, is promote yourself anytime, share your links, and then other people will say, there's business coaches in here, Tracy. Why are you letting in other business and sales coaches? And I'm like, because I can't possibly help everybody, and I'm not going to be for everybody. And people need to find the person that is their person. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, I'm a business and sales coach, and I can help you get visible and grow your audience and grow your email list and all the things. And it's hard for me to say this out loud, but I do an amazing job for my clients. But I'm not, we have to be, and we have to be collaborative. I don't want anybody to feel like we're competing with each other, because we're not. So, and and some of the business and sales coaches will send me clients because they'll be like, okay, hold on. My client needs email list growth. That's not my specialty. You need to go see Tracy.
Yes.
And I'm like, cool. And then like, tech is not my love language. And accounting and stuff like that. And I'm like, no. You need to go see this other person, because I can't, that's not my forte. I'm going to waste your time and your money if I try to teach you that. So anyway, yes. I thank you so much. I love it. We just had 2,000 members, and I'm like,
but it still feels small. Like, it doesn't feel like you just entered this sea of like, overwhelm. It still feels small. It just feels like you. We've got so much to cover here today. You've got so much wealth to bring us, but I want to bring us, I want to introduce you properly to my audience, for those that do not know you, as CEO and founder of Tracy Beavers Coaching. So Tracy has a proven track record in marketing, sales, and business growth. With an award-winning career spanning 20 years, Tracy has helped hundreds of entrepreneurs with everything from overcoming fear of sales to growing their business visibility through organic marketing strategies. She is a public speaker, a published author, and she's been featured on top business podcasts and has been a regular contributor on one of her hometown's premier TV shows. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay, that sounds
so fancy when you read all that together.
So cool. She is the creator of 2 online programs, Business Visibility Made Easy and Be a Confident Entrepreneur. And here's what I love about you, is that you believe that building your business does not have to be a struggle, and that you show us how to build it with ease. And today you are going to show us how to go live without it being a struggle, because I think for a lot of those of us in business, we've seen a lot of smart, successful, accomplished, seasoned women in business now have had to pivot in the last 3 to 5 years with promoting their businesses online, showing up as the face of their brand. And it's a struggle. Right. It's been a massive learning curve. Still, for some of us, we just want to avoid it altogether. Some of us have not even taken the leap. We haven't even started.
I know.
And some of us still dread filming day. We dread it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but like, Tracy, like what is the big deal? Like with live video, like, why do we really need to do it? Like, honestly, like, is it really that big a deal, or can we just outsource that?
No, really. Outsource it. I'm going to have my assistant go live. No.
Right.
Right. So you're so right. It can be very daunting for a lot of people. Now, here's the thing that I need to realize for myself, is that I could talk to a brick wall. I'm highly extroverted. I've been on stages, spoken to, when I was doing trainings and things for the companies I worked for, a room 1,000 people, I would do a training. It was no big deal. I mean, it doesn't matter if I make a fool of myself. I don't care. I laugh it off and we go on. But for a lot of people, isn't it, public speaking is like, they're more afraid of that than death, I think. And so
it's one of those major top 5 fears. Yeah,
for sure. And so I had to dial myself in, because I had these clients and students that were stuck. And I was like, what's the big deal? Why aren't you doing this? So I really had to figure out what was happening to help them overcome it. And yes, so, okay, to your question, live video. If you're building a business on social media, which we all are, love it or hate it, we have to, right? Live video, video is king, audio is queen. And the reason why I say that is because nothing gets you more reach beyond just the people that are connected with you as friends or connected with you as followers on Instagram or on LinkedIn than live video. Live video is one of those ways of the algorithm will allow you to push past the people that are in your world already. So live video and reels are the only two ways to really break through and attract people that don't even know you into your world. So that's an algorithm loves live video, not to mention the fact that humans love live video. TikTok, YouTube, Netflix, all the streaming services, reels. I mean, we are craving and we love video. And the reason why I say it is king is for that reason, for the reach, but also like you and I are talking, if somebody were to read my bio on a page or read something that I wrote on my social media, but then they were able to hear me, that is a massive difference because words on a page can be completely misinterpreted. Depending on how that person is feeling, the person interprets it in the emotion in which they are in that day, whether it's your email or your text or your social media. So live allows you to be yourself. It allows you to use your voice, your hands, I talk with my hands, your facial expressions to truly express that your personality and how much you care about the people you want to help. It deepens the know, like, and trust factor faster than anything out there. Now, audio is second best, and it's because you can hear my voice. So even if you couldn't see my face, let's say I'm shy on camera, send audio messages in the DMs, start a podcast. You know, let people hear that inflection, that caring, that warmth, that kindness, because that is what's going to draw people to you. Like I said, there's a business and sales coach on every freaking corner of the internet. But people want to work with me because I go live and I help them and I give education and they can see that I'm a human being, that I'm not going to be intimidating, that I'm going to allow them to grow their business with ease and in a way that's authentic to them. So yeah, live video is a big freaking deal. And all the introverts in the room just passed out. They did. They just.
I know, right? You have coined this so beautifully, how to go live without getting lives. Yeah. Because just the like, I feel that like my students emote that like, okay, great. Now I've done my makeup, you know, and I look great. I'm putting my best face forward, but I still don't want to press record. So how do I get over that? How do I quiet those nerves? How do I do I just rip it like a Band-Aid? Just go for it. Do I like,
yeah. Well, except that, okay, I've got some tricks. First of all,
okay.
Notes. I got my notes right here. The things that Selena and I talked about that we wanted to cover today, because my brain might squirrel off into a ditch and there's no telling, well, we'll end up 30 minutes from now. Right. And I don't want to forget any of my points that I want to make. So if you're going live on Instagram and you're using your phone, you can literally put the points you want to make on a sticky note, stick it right there. Just don't cover the lens. Nobody's going to see this sticky note. They're going to see your face in the lens, and you don't have to look at yourself either. Yourself. Yeah, just get yourself in frame, slap your sticky note on there, push the live button and go, right? And then the other thing is, if it sucks and you hate it, delete it. I mean, what were you on there, live for 10 minutes? Delete it. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? If you're going live on Instagram, there's not a way to practice going live on Instagram without everybody seeing it, but there is on Facebook. I'm going to share that with you here in just a second. So just prepare. Okay, first of all, you want to have notes. And on Facebook, I'll show you the trick for that here in just a second. On Instagram, just slap a sticky note on your phone. Or if you're going through your laptop, I don't think they allow that yet, but maybe they will soon. Take the sticky note and slap it right up here by your lens, your webcam lens, where it's right there. And I'm looking at the sticky note, but it kind of still looks like I'm looking in the lens, right?
Sticky notes.
Yeah, love sticky notes. So have your notes in front of you. Practice, okay? Does not have to be perfect. I made the biggest mistake when I started going live of thinking I needed to be anchor woman perfect. And please do not go back and watch my first live videos because I am so freaking boring. You wouldn't believe it. But it took me a few weeks to get in a groove where I allowed myself to talk with my hands, where I allowed myself to make up words, where I would lose my spot in my notes and be like, hold on, guys, let me get my notes back here. Or my dog would want to go to the bathroom and I'd have to go, hold on, let me let the dog out. I'll be right back. Literally that happened. But when you're being yourself, your goofy, authentic, make up words, talk with your hands self, that's what people love. Yes. That's the authenticity. People don't want perfection. That's boring. So don't try to be perfect. On Facebook, create a Facebook group where you're the only person in it, and you can go live in there to your heart's content without anybody ever seeing you until you're ready, because you're the only person in the group. And when you're going live on Facebook, here's what I do every week. And I am completely honest and transparent about this. I use StreamYard so that I can hit lots of places all at one time. And I put my phone on a tripod behind my laptop with the lenses fairly close together. And I get Instagram on here. So I've got my iPhone up here. I got my laptop here. I'm hitting all the places all at one time. But I use StreamYard. I get that on my laptop. And then I have a Google Doc that I click over that has my hook, my intro, my meat of my training, my call to action, my outro, all the things. Because again, my brain will squirrel off into something else and I'll lose my place and I'll get done and I'll be like, dang it, I forgot points 2, 3, and 4. I got off on point 1 and I never delivered the rest of it. And so use these tricks to set yourself up for success. Practice. And if you just want to practice walking around your house, that's fine. Practice driving the car, talk to the dog, deliver the live training to the dog. You know what I mean? And again, if it stinks, delete it, take it down. You know, go to the platforms and be like, whoops, nope, click, 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 delete. But you have to rip the Band-Aid off and you have to do it. Absolutely. Stop thinking about yourself. Stop thinking about yourself. You built this business for a reason. I want to be a business and sales coach in the online space because I want to reach thousands of people globally. How the heck am I going to do that if I don't go live on video and allow people to see me, people that I'm not connected with, right? People that don't know me yet. How in the world am I going to do that? And I'm going to be preachy here for just a second.
Preach on.
I firmly believe that God gave all of us gifts and talents, and it is rude to him and the universe when you do not use your gifts and talents to the fullest extent. So I want you to think about the people that are waiting for you to help them because you are their person. Yeah, there's a business and sales coach on every corner, but maybe there's people out there that are waiting for me. And how dare I not share my message as widely as I can? How dare I not? And so when I just got goosebumps. So when I take the focus off of me and how I feel and how my hair looks and if my background's great, if my lighting's great, like, no, I'm in my kitchen, you guys. There is a stack of coffee table books under this laptop so I can stand at the kitchen counter and I've got a random light going on because it's dark in here. And I'm hardwired into the modem, but I've got a 25-foot cord stretched all the way over to where the modem is. You guys, this doesn't have to be fancy. I've been doing this for 3 or 4 years using the camera on my laptop, the mic on my laptop. Man, just hit the button and go.
So
I'm done preaching.
Are you saying maybe we've been overcomplicating this?
I think maybe we have, darling.
Perhaps we've been overcomplicating.
Maybe so. Yes. Yeah. Because it's like my clients say to me, how do I get consistent on my social media content? You stop trying to make it perfect. It doesn't, your emails, your social media content, your lives, your podcasts, these do not have to have sparklers and fireworks attached to them. They don't. I delivered a live training in a membership I'm in last week, and it was a masterclass. And I intended to have fancy slides and stuff like that. Got so tired on Sunday, I was like, screw it. I'm not doing any slides. I'm ditching the slides. I'm just going to talk to people. So you don't have to, if you want to get fancy, go for it. But I'm all about ease and simplicity, and I don't want to spend a bunch of money on my business if I don't have to. So yes. We're overcomplicating it. We're stuck in our own mind about what are they going to think? What are they going to say? Does my hair look good? Is the lighting okay? I had somebody tell me my lighting sucked when I first started. It was a good friend of mine here in Little Rock. And I was like, well, thank you for your opinion, but I think I'm just fine. Thanks.
Well, thank you. I'll take that under advisement. Thank you.
Thank you. Not gonna buy a fancy lighting system. Nope.
Right. but what I love about your approach is you're like, okay, these are elements that we can look at and address. And, we can assemble these things to make your life easier, but these are not stuck points. Let's not get stuck here.
No.
Let's not on getting the perfect lighting, or in my world, getting your makeup completely, totally perfect before you press record. No. Like, let's remove any of those peripheral barriers and let's get your message out there, sister. Like, let's do the thing. And I love that. And I love that. I love what you said about there is a business coach on every corner, but there are some who are waiting for you to show your face and issue the invitation and release the offer, because they're waiting for that. And girl, you need to preach sometimes, because I started crying. Did you see my tear? I had a tear.
You had a tear. Don't do it.
I did. It was there.
But even I have days where I don't feel like doing it. I don't feel like going live. I am self-conscious. I've got a masterclass I'm teaching this afternoon, and I was frustrated as heck with Canva Presenter View yesterday, because it flips the notes from one side to the other that I'm used to, and it's black background with white, and I was just like, ah! And my husband got home and he goes, "How's you doing?" And I was like, "It's all right." He was like, "Well, that sounded lackluster. What in the world?" And I said, I'm all up in my head about this masterclass tomorrow, because I want it to be amazing and I want it to be perfect and da-da-da-da. And he looked at me and he goes, "Sounds like you need to think about the things you tell your clients." And I was like, "Okay, sir."
Oh,
but it's right. He's right.
He's so right. I know. He's so right.
Okay, thanks for that.
I want to hear, Tracy, about, you mentioned this live masterclass that you have going on. Can you tell us a little bit more about that? Because I've been to this masterclass, and it is so, you have poured heart and soul into this class, and it is so packed.
About it.
It is so full. I can't believe you don't charge for this class. Like, it's just so packed. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, absolutely. And before I forget, I don't know why I didn't mention this at the top of the training, but I have a free guide to how to go live without getting hives that talks about all the things we talked about today. And you can grab it. It's www.tracybeavers.com/live. And it's a free little video and a training that'll kind of walk you through everything we talked about today, so you can listen to it a few times. So go grab that.
How to grow your email list and attract your ideal clients without paid ads. 4 simple strategies that you can use today.
Yeah, so I'm teaching 4 simple strategies, because I am all about email list growth, because that is where the money's made. Okay, we have to have an email list. We have to get people onto our email list, because social media could shut down tomorrow. I've got 2,000 people in my Facebook group. If that thing disappeared tomorrow, I'm okay, because most of them are on my email list. All right. So I'm going to teach you 4 strategies that you can use today to start dialing in your visibility and building what I call a marketing machine. Because to get to the email list growth that you want, you've got to be visible. And there's foundational strategies that you've got to put in place to get that visibility, to get to the email list growth that you want. And this was born out of my frustration with the online world, because I thought building this business online was going to be a piece of cake. I've got 20 years of experience. I thought, I got this. Let me in the door. No, creating content wasn't the problem. The problem was all of the email list growth trainings I found talked about either run paid ads, which is a no-go for me. I don't want to spend that much money on paid ads if I don't have to. And the other thing was, create another free lead magnet and put it out on social. Well, I had done that. I had 2 or 3 really great lead magnets. My social media content was consistent, but I knew there had to be other ways to grow this list and faster. And I developed 10 strategies by myself. When you layer them together in my system, well, I'm going to teach you 4 of them today. That is where you start getting that marketing machine doing the work for you, so that literally you don't have to sell anybody anything. When you go to present your offer, they want to buy from you. When you go to showcase your Facebook group, they want to join it. When you go to showcase your live masterclass, they want to be a part of it. But Selena's got a special link for you guys to use to sign up for the masterclass.
And it will be in this, I will post it in the description.
There's 4 different dates and times that you can choose from. It's all right there when you go to pick wherever you want to sign up.
If you are struggling to build your email list to grow your visibility, this is definitely a class that you do not want to miss. Tracy, you shared, like, I feel like just a sliver of the wisdom that you have, that I have heard you share over the course of your training. So I would just encourage anyone who is just struggling to grow their visibility and to get their message out there to show up live. And I think, Tracy, don't you have like a special show up live bonus?
Yeah, when they show up live, we're going to pop a link in the chat for them to grab my Facebook growth toolkit. And this is something that's exclusive. This is something I created over the summer. Right now, the only people that have it are the people that are in my alumni membership from my Business Visibility Made Easy program. And I thought, I need to give that away as the live bonus. It's not anything I'm ever going to sell. It's not anything you're ever going to see as a lead magnet, because it's special. But I want you to learn all of my ideas and tips for fully leveraging Facebook.
Wow. And again, when you go to this class, like, just go ahead and register for this class and just make it a point to be she's offering four different times, right?
Yeah,
4 different things are offering.
Yeah. 4 different days, 4 different times. Pick one.
Pick one, get it on your calendar, because there are some things that are just like, oh my gosh, I never thought of that. Like, that is so, it's so, like, you would think, like, yeah, why haven't I done that before? That is so easy. And oh my goodness, that will open up so many doors and make my life easier to be able to make these connections that I'm trying so hard to make.
Yeah. When you dial these strategies in, the connections are made for you. It's like, again, I don't have to sell anybody anything. I don't have to convince anybody of anything. I am myself creating my content, using my strategies, and that marketing machine that I've built does the conversions for me. My goal is to get you in there and out of there in an hour and a half.
Okay.
That's the goal. If you cannot stay on the whole time, it's totally okay. But I would love for you to stay the whole time so you can get that show up live bonus. Yeah. Great question.
And having been through the class, because you're sharing 4 out of your 10 strategies, right?
Yeah.
It's worth it. Like, it's a note-taking experience.
Yeah. And they could screenshot too. They don't have to they could, take some notes, but then also like screenshots and stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Come learn.
Tracy, I am so grateful. Just being in your community and everything that I've learned from you, but just your friendship, and just for your wisdom and your willingness to share it with the world. And I'm excited for you for today, and for the participants that are going to be in this class and over the next several days, as you teach this series. And I'm thrilled for you. And please.
I feel the same way about you. I learn stuff from you all the time. And I've got days where I'll Voxer you. You're like, how are you? How's your heart? And I'm like, your heart. And you help me get over it and get my mind back right and all that jazz. So I feel the same way about you. I do. I feel the women that I have met in the online space are a blessing. Truly.
We need that. I really have realized this year more than ever, like, this can be it can feel very isolating. Being a solopreneur, entrepreneur can feel very isolating, and we need one another. We need that support. And so, yes, I love when my phone chirps and I'm like, oh, I got a box from Tracy. And you're just like, I just like whatever it is. Or if I'm like, I just want to pull the covers back over my head today.
Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah, that sounds familiar. Yeah. I've got a weighted blanket and I'm like, oh, do I really have
because we all have it.
Yeah.
We all have it. So thank you for creating the online spaces that you've created. Thank you in advance for the masterclass that you've created. And I'm looking forward to our next chat. Thank you for those incredibly practical tips that you shared today. I am going to sticky notes.
Yeah.
I'm good. I mean, really, everybody just go out and buy sticky notes today. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have a glorious and beautiful day.
Thank you. You too. Thanks, everybody.
Bye, friends.
Bye.